I was asked one time where brown sugar comes from. I was on the program for a short, and this is way back when we just got started. Anyhow, I said to him, well, Selmer was his name, I said, them beets are raised in your light soil. I said, they're hollow, and there's a hole in them, and the striped gophers crawl in there, and when they run them through the plant, that's where you get your brown sugar. And it literally brought the house down. My name is James Link. I supposedly am known as the grandfather of MinnDak Farmers Co-op, but then that's somebody's pet expression. I just celebrated my 85th birthday, so here we are. I'm mighty proud of what happened, and it was a combination of a board of directors, the growers, and the employees that could work together. We had our differences, but we always got them resolved. We borrowed all the money. We didn't have a membership then. If we did, it was $5 a person. I never dreamt in my wildest dreams the day we had the groundbreaking sitting on a flatbed trailer out here on the site that it would ever grow into what it is.
So you're putting words in my mouth.
You said what?
This is just like home.
That's a wrap.
Well, wait a minute, I'm not that old.
What does a sugar beet look like?
You can imagine a giant teardrop.
To a turnip, a light bulb,
A,
radish connected to a carrot.
Well, take a football and cut it in half.
it looks like
Rhubarb when it's been up for about a week.
a potato with a point.
Extremely obese carrot wearing khaki.
If you skin the top off and you got a good volume of sugar in there, it'll turn kind of pink.
We grow billions of them out there each year.
This is not a product that you just put on the table. I don't put them on my sandwiches when I go to the field.
It's a complicated process.
First of all, we harvest it out in the field.
Bring it in to the manufacturing facility, wash it up, slice it up.
Boiling it and mashing it up.
The end result is it makes a granulated sugar.
In some cases, it is sprinkled on the top of your donuts.
Snicker bars.
Is my favorite sugar product.
Ice cream products don't last long around my house. Sugar runs pretty deep in my blood.
Sugar beets have been a good crop to raise.
It always helps when a passion is profitable.
It's the money crop for us.
The more effort you put into it, the more money you can make.
Co-op is a group of farmers. The farmers themselves own their own company.
What MinnDak had established as a farmers co-op ended up to be the Cadillac of co-ops.
Really doing something that no one or 2 or 10 individuals could do.
This year was a very good year. Yields have been very good.
The sand we had was fantastic, best I've ever seen.
I don't think you'll find harder working people.
Just working hard isn't enough. You have to work smart.
The sugar beet growers and the farmers in the Red River Valley are the most aggressive farmers.
They're dedicated, they're strong-willed.
They invest in the bad times to enjoy the good times.
Up here, we take our own destiny in our hands.
There's certainly a sweet spot in all of our lives.
We hired a firm from Boston, Massachusetts, who had worked in the developments and strategic planning of cooperatives. I can remember one of the first statements they said: most companies don't last 40 years. Most companies will either be picked up by other larger companies and joined in with a larger company, and they run out of good management and they fail. But to me, 40 years here is a milestone just from those comments. My hope is that we are positioned for another 40 years.
It is the spot that American Crystal had picked if they were to build down here. Just ironic.
I remember I was in junior high school.
My dad was one of the original founders.
It was quite a challenge when we started.
The farmers invested in the stock, and then the MinnDak was able to turn around and borrow money from the Bank of North Dakota.
They made countless trips to Washington. You had to get acreage allotments. You had to get government approval. And they struggled and they were told no many, many times. They wouldn't take no for an answer.
We got to really make sure this goes. You see, a lot of these things don't go. We were conservative, I think, on that early board because you're dealing with other people's money. We weren't used to doing that as farmers. We're not business people.
You know, it took a lot of organization and a lot of recruiting.
The first year we weren't able to handle all our beets.
There wasn't any Smith at the pile grounds, so the pilers, of course, were nowhere near as good as the pilers we have today.
We had some hard times growing the beets in the middle 70s just because it was a new crop. The chemicals weren't very good. We didn't know how to do it. We didn't have migrant help yet.
Oh, here in Wapton, I really felt good because everybody seemed to pitch in to help. From the financial institutions to the downtown people.
We have a lot to be thankful for the beginning board members that really had the vision and passion.
The forefathers persisted and kept going, and we're all here and thanking them today.
Things developed and got better in the 80s, and yet we still had our problems with blowing. We'd plant the sugar beets and get the beets up, and then Memorial Day we'd get a big windstorm and lose all of our beets. So finally we learned to put a cover crop on.
I didn't start growing beets until '91.
The first thing was to find a new CEO in 1990 when Gerald Shannon announced he would retire.
Probably the most exciting thing for me was when they took on the factory expansion in the mid-90s.
We had the challenge of where we were going to go.
We did a lot of strategic planning.
Get some more growers.
Expanded the acreage. $63 million spent.
We started with a big enough footprint to enable us to grow.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be on the audit team with Ide Bailey many years ago in the early 80s. And it was very impressive coming back into the organization now 30 plus years later to see the improvements and all of the many changes that they've made.
These chairs are much better than we used to have.
We can't
We can't
be beat.
We can't be beat.
We can't be beat.
At the 40-year mark.
There's a lot of pride.
It's really a happy story to be able to tell.
And you know, it's difficult to survive in any business for as long as MinnDak has.
The stock value has been increasing close to $100 a year each and every year.
But not only has it survived, but it has also prospered.
We're unbeatable.
We're unbeatable.
We are unbeatable.
I think there will be an effort put forth by the next generation and so on.
Continue to double down on investing.
We plan on being here for the long haul.
Looking to the future, it's a great business to be in.
In a commodity business, there'll certainly be some downs, but I'm also confident that the highs of the business will outnumber the lows, and that we're well positioned for continued success.
Mayor Bloomberg.
Mayor Bloomberg, you can take a flying leap.
And take a flying leap.
As we complete our 40th annual meeting, we're bidding farewell to our chairman, Doug Eaton.
Doug is a straight shooter.
A straight shooter.
There was never any drama, and he treated everyone with respect.
He was always so well prepared.
Always comes prepared.
Doug is a good leader, and Doug is very kind.
Think before you talk type person. He's very rational.
He's very well known in the sugar industry.
Doug brings to the boardroom a calm, confident competence that, quite frankly, is contagious among the other members. Doug, I'm sure, will claim some credit to the high prices we've had these last few years.
Without a doubt, the finest chairman I've ever served under.
Always puts MinnDak first.
Of course, I've only been here for 3 years, so.
I'm sure he'll initially miss it.
You had all this responsibility. All of a sudden, this drops off. And you're kind of lost that first year.
If you get yourself on a roll, you get so involved in it, and it gets to be a part of your life.
I think Doug will find plenty to do.
I know he likes the golf.
I think he's going to be hunting and fishing.
There are pheasants to shoot, fish to catch.
A lake home and grandchildren.
I know he likes to fly. Hopefully he'll get more time to do that.
He goes to Arizona in the wintertime, so he'll find plenty to do.
Having more time to be with his family.
Good luck to Ann putting up with Doug.
Oh, I got a feeling his boys are going to be have a little more supervision out on the farm. No, I think you'll be fine. Yep, I think you'll be fine.
I'm Doug Eaton, and currently I'm serving as chairman of the board at MinnDak.
My name is Carlo Eaton. I'm Doug's son.
My name is Kelly Eaton. I am Doug's son.
My name is Ann, and I am married to Doug.
We've been part of MinnDak's co-op group of farmers since the beginning.
My father was an original shareholder, and then I bought shares 2 years later in 1976.
It's been a good thing for Doug to be on MinnDak board.
I have a deeper and greater respect for him because there's a lot of people out there that respect him and obviously put him there for a certain reason.
As his wife, I'm proud, yes. But for himself, I think he's humbled to do what he's doing. Doug's time away from the farm, whether it's at meetings, traveling, being on his cell phone or emails, has made a huge difference in the farming operation here.
I have to make some decisions for him and try and think like he does.
But our boys, I'm very proud of both of them, have pitched in and taken on the load when Doug's gone.
If they had questions, we had cell phones.
Maybe be different from what he would do, but we are hoping that it's the right decision.
He's definitely going to miss his time on the board, all the friends and contacts that he's made.
I believe they view him as a very well-spoken, calm, collected person.
Kind of the key thing that I worked on was to keep the board focused and a cohesive group. If we had a difficult issue and we had disagreement, that was my goal, to get everybody to work through that and be friends at the end of that.
These friendships and working together with these other people in the sugar industry, that's made him who he is.
Getting to know the people so well on my board and the management of MinnDak, it's a good feeling to have made those acquaintances.
He'd be the first one to say, it's not about me. I don't need a title behind my name. You know, if MinnDak does well and the growers do well, our community does even better.
I'm not terrified of retirement.
It's a good fit at the end of 15 years. It's good. I want him back a little more. I'm selfish too. I want more of his time.
I have several hobbies that have somewhat been ignored.
There is no way he'd drive me crazy. I don't get to see him near enough. I'm also looking forward to him upon his retirement. Going after some of his hobbies. He loves golfing, hunting.
I have a small airplane and I haven't been flying all summer. I won't try mountain biking again.
And I am just excited for him to get some free time that he can choose to do what he wants.
I have one regret, and that was, it's ongoing right now, but I wasn't able to convince Dave Roche to work another 5 years.
I congratulate you, Doug, on a terrific career at MinnDak, serving 15 years on the board of directors, a number of years as chairman. Your cooperative is better for your willingness to be a part of this organization and take a significant leadership role. Thank you, Doug.
I wish you all the best, and congratulations on your retirement from the board.
Chairman Eaton, I just want to thank you for your leadership of this board. I've learned a great deal from you in the short time that we've been together. All the best to you.
Congratulations, Doug, and I appreciate your service to MinnDak, and I wish you the best in your retirement.
Thank you, Doug.
Have a great retirement, Doug.
It's been 40 years.
4 decades.
4 decades.
Enjoy what effort you've put forth in the past. You've come a long way.
Proud to have been a small part of the growth and success that we've had.
Congratulations to the management, to the board, to the farmers that grow the beets, and to the employees that work here. Congratulations for a job well done.
All of the directors, all of the management, and the employees need a great thank you for that.
We think of ourselves as a family, and I hope that when I leave that I can would have contributed to the success to some small degree. I hope it goes for another 40 years.
It's pretty humbling and respectful co-op to be part of.
Congratulations to all of you shareholders.
It's a great honor to be part of making 40 years in a business like this, and it's been improving, I think, almost year by year.
I am proud to be a part of this 40th annual meeting anniversary for MinnDak Farmers Cooperative.
I think the last 40 years have been very successful, and I sincerely hope that the next 40 are just as successful.
Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Here's to all of you.
To all of you.
And here's to the farm
and the sweetest future.
Thank you.
I'm a runner. That's kind of my passion, is my running. So last night I decided to figure out how many miles I've run, because I've been running for roughly about 30 years. Well, I figured out I've run just about 50,000 miles, which is twice around the Earth. 50,000 miles equates to, about 7 million calories is what I had to burn in order to make that 50,000 miles. That equates to about 4,000 pounds of sugar. 4,000 pounds of sugar equates to about 44,000 cans of Throwback Pop or 58,000 Snickers bars. I think I've done my part in order to help produce a market for our sugar.